The chief commander of Ukraine stated that Kiev's forces have seized 1,000 square kilometers of land in Russia during their largest cross-border attack in over 2 years of intense conflict. Commander Oleksandr Syrsky stated that Ukraine was still carrying out an attacking mission in the Kursk region a week after it was initiated. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky stated that Russia, which had brought war to other countries, was now facing war on its own territory. However, Russian President Vladimir Putin labeled the attack as a significant provocation and commanded Russian troops to remove the enemy from our land. An increasing amount of individuals in the western Russian area have been relocated for their own protection, with an additional 59,000 instructed to depart. During a meeting with President Putin, the acting governor of Kursk region, Alexei Smirnov, mentioned that Ukrainian forces had taken control of 28 villages in the area, resulting in the deaths of 12 civilians, and described the current situation as challenging. Last Tuesday, Ukrainian soldiers initiated a sudden assault, pushing as far as 18 miles or 30 kilometers into Russian territory. The Ukrainian commander-in-chief claimed his forces controlled up to 1,000 square kilometers of Russian territory, but there was doubt about this statement. The US-based Institute for the Study of War think tank doubted that the entire area was under Ukrainian control. Alexei Smirnov stated that the Ukrainians informed the Russian leader that they had moved 12 kilometers into Russian territory, and the breadth of the advancement was 40 kilometers. Experts believe that while the offensive has raised spirits among the Ukrainians, it also introduces new risks to the country. An unidentified senior source in the British military expressed concern to the BBC that Moscow may increase its attacks on Ukraine's civilians and infrastructure in response to this incursion. President Putin stated on state TV that a clear objective of the enemy is to create conflict, fear, and division within Russian society. He informed a group of officials that the primary objective is to remove the enemy from our lands. Mr. Smirnov reported that 121,000 individuals were removed from their residences. He informed Mr. Putin that approximately 2,000 Russian nationals were still present in regions controlled by Ukrainian troops in the vicinity. We have no information concerning their destiny, he remarked. He advised individuals to seek refuge from projectiles in windowless rooms with sturdy walls. Governor Vyacheslav Gladkov announced on Tuesday that 11,000 individuals had departed from the Krasnoyarsk district near the border in Belgorod, the region adjacent to Kursk. He previously cautioned that the whole area was under missile alert and advised residents to seek shelter in their basements. During his evening speech, the president of Ukraine recognized the attack, stating, "If Putin is so eager to fight, Russia must be made to seek peace. Russia initiated conflict abroad and is now experiencing repercussions within its own borders." Mr. Zelensky stated that Ukraine has always desired peace and will definitely guarantee it. Ukrainian authorities have stated that a large number of soldiers are involved in the mission, surpassing the initial small invasion claimed by Russian border officials. An official informed news agency AFP that their objective was to cause as much damage as possible and disrupt the stability in Russia. In an interview with the BBC's NewsHour show, Kurt Volker, a previous US ambassador to NATO, mentioned that Ukraine's aggression might have negative political consequences for President Putin in Russia. He claimed that Ukraine's invasion of Russian land occurred due to President Putin and his handling of this conflict. The elites in Russia will not overlook that. The public will not overlook it. Putin has incited assaults on Russian soil, leading to the evacuation of people. That is really impressive. In a Kyiv meeting on Monday, U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham praised the cross-border operation as genius and courageous, urging the Biden administration to supply Ukraine with necessary weapons. There are people in Russia who are wondering how Ukraine managed to gain access to the Kursk region, including pro-Russian war blogger Yuri Podolyaka, who described the situation as alarming. Russia's armed forces will not wait long for a strong reaction, according to Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova. Belarus, an ally of Russia, announced that it was increasing the number of troops at its border in response to Ukraine allegedly flying drones into its airspace. In the meantime, the International Atomic Energy Agency reported that it had examined a faulty cooling tower at the Russian-run Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant in Ukraine after a fire on Sunday, but was unable to determine the cause right away.